It's nice to see them having fun. It's great to be You got it. You got it. Now, you got it. Now, because you're being a great audience, I'm going to try something completely new. Hope I remember this. I'm going to give you my longest poem ever. Okay, I'm already forgetting the words. I'm going to try. All right, I'll give you the title and I'll see if I can do this. This poem is called I'm Totally Speechless. I was totally speechless, and you know what? Honestly, if I stood here for half an hour and said nothing at all, that would be my longest poem. So everything is about perspective, and the beauty of poetry is that you can write about anything, put anything into that poem, and it's coming from you, so it's already great. So you all have the ability not only to, find poetry you enjoy, but write poetry you enjoy as well. Now, how many of you have the letter A in your first name, middle name, and or last name? Okay. Right now, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to talk about this. Imagine if the letter A were erased from existence. What would your names sound like?
Oh my god, what if your name was Miles?
So,
What if your name was Miles?
our language would change, our vocabulary would change.
What if the E was replaced with an A?
Boys and girls, right now, this is life without the letter A. Here we go, a new perspective. The letter A is awesome. It's arguably the best. Without an A, you could not get an A+ on a test. You'd never see an acrobat or eat an apple pie. You couldn't be an astronaut or kiss your aunt goodbye. An antelope would not exist. An ape would be unknown. You'd never hear a person say, afraid or all alone. The A's in avocado would completely disappear, and certain words would be forgot like ankle, arm, and ear. Without the A, you couldn't aim an arrow in the air. You wouldn't ask for apricots or almonds at the fair. Aruba in Australia would be missing from a map. You'd never use an ATM, an apron, or an app. The Arctic fox and aardvark would be absent from the zoo, and vowels as we know them would be E, I, O, and U. There wouldn't be an A chord on the instruments we play. Let's appreciate, admire, and applaud the letter A. So, my challenge for you tonight, tomorrow, this week, go home, write a poem or a story, doesn't have to rhyme, pick a letter, what life would be like without that letter. For example, without the letter B, you couldn't bounce a ball. You couldn't bake brownies. A baby, B-A-B-Y, take away the B's, it would be called an A-Y, I guess. Weird. So, but that is a challenge for everybody here. One of my favorite poems I have a lot of favorite poems actually. what can I say? One of my favorite books that I'm publishing is a book called 1 Minute Till Bedtime. Now, I have one poem in this book with so many famous authors, so many famous poets. For me, that's a dream come true. So, I'm going to give you the title of my poem, and I want you to try to guess the ending. That's what we're going to do here. Guess the ending. It's a very clever ending, that's your clue. This poem is called Our Grandma Kissed a Pumpkin. So what's a good reason why a grandma would kiss a pumpkin? Who has one? Let's not shout out those so we can hear everybody. Yes. It had a nice smiley face. Grandma thought it was so cute. Why not? Yes. Grandma won a contest, the biggest pumpkin, and so she was looking out for pumpkins. Yeah. Yes. So you're saying it's a nickname for her? Whoa, now we're getting like exactly. I mean, okay, you blew my mind there. Okay, what do you got? The grandma has feelings for the pumpkin. Grandma must, you know what? Sometimes grandmas get lonely. It's possible. It's possible. Yes. Oh, it's a nickname for Grandpa. Woohoo! All right, boys and girls, let's see if anybody got the ending to this poem. This is why our grandma kissed a pumpkin. Here we go. Our grandma kissed a pumpkin on a Friday afternoon. She also kissed a crayon and a giant red balloon. I saw her kiss a chipmunk eating cookies with a queen. She kissed us in these costumes at our house on Halloween. Yes. What's your name? Logan. Let's have a round of applause for Logan, everybody. Nice job, Logan. And you were very close back there, too. What's your name? Chloe? Say it louder. Bowen? Let's have a round of applause for Bowen, too. Logan, you hit that one out of the park. Good job, very good job. Okay, so when I was a baby, my parents dressed me up as a pumpkin for Halloween. So years later, I saw in a picture, my grandma was holding me in my pumpkin costume. She was kissing me on the cheek. So that day, grandma was kissing a pumpkin, and I was her pumpkin. So I saw that picture, and I was inspired. Maybe. Technically. I was inspired, so I wrote a poem, and the poem ended up in this book. So it goes to show you that when you have an idea, and you do something with your idea can end up in a very special place. So don't be afraid to work with your ideas. Put it out there, see what happens. All of you have great ideas. Another cool way to write poetry is in the form of a riddle. How many of you like riddles? Okay, so I'm going to give you a short riddle right now. Let's see who gets it. Listen very carefully. What am I? I carry your apples, bananas, and pears. The products you use to clean tables and chairs. The fresh herbs and spices you cook with your meals. I'm usually silver and travel on wheels. I'll say it again. I carry your apples, bananas, and pears. The products you use to clean tables and chairs. The fresh herbs and spices you cook with your meals. I'm usually silver and travel on wheels. I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm a shopping cart. And I've written so many riddles. I'm actually working on a riddle poetry book. So it's a lot of fun. What's great about reading or writing a riddle, you're finding many ways to describe one object. And when you write, that's what you want to do. Description is key. You don't want to just say, he threw the ball or she threw the ball. Who threw the ball? Sally threw the ball. Give me a really good description of the ball that's going to stand out in my mind. Just shout it out. Red, purple, polka dot, rainbow, right? And boys and girls, that's what you want to do. You want to paint pictures with your words and put that in your writing. When you do that, your writing will absolutely stand out. This next title might offend you. Sorry if it does. The poem is called I Threw My Puppy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Well, you know what? Here's the lesson. This happens all the time, right? We hear something and we react right away. But guess what? You have no idea what you're reacting to. First, hear the whole thing, hear the whole story, and then react. Here we go. I threw my puppy in the bath to give her paws a scrub, but wound up getting yelled at because my dad was in the tub.
You gotta wake up, dude.
I mean, it's only bad for my dad, honestly.